Coming up on Fulton at Work, an innovative public works initiative is preventing sewer spills as a result of rainwater. We'll explain. And find out why the future of the Fulton County Airport is flying high. It all starts right now on Fulton at Work. Welcome to Fulton at Work. I'm Darrell Carver. A new county initiative is addressing a real-life environmental health issue. Representatives from the Department of Public Works gathered in Fairburn to show their rehabilitated sewer manholes. The objective of the manhole inserts is to extend the lives of the manholes while preventing storm water, groundwater, and surface water from getting into sewer lines. Excess water overwhelms the pipes and treatment plants, which cause spills and overflows.
We're using a fiberglass insert that will rehabilitate our manholes, make them brand new, a process that used to take us several days. We are now able to accomplish in a few hours. It's a big cost savings, it's a big time savings, but the major benefit is that we're now producing watertight manholes that can even be submerged.
Additional manhole inserts will be installed in low-lying areas and along creeks and rivers. Fulton County is the first in the state to get the new design. Now when we come back, the man you just heard from, the county's Deputy Director of Water Reclamation, Rory Barnes, shares more information about this environment-saving initiative. Please stay with us. Welcome back to Fulton at Work. I'm Darrell Carver. So what exactly is the Manhole Project and how will it help the environment? Well, the county's Deputy Director of Water Reclamation, Rory Barnes, joins us now to answer that question and more. First of all, Mr. Barnes, thank you for joining us here on Fulton at Work.
Hi, Darrell, and thank you for having me.
Please briefly explain what this Manhole Project is all about.
The Department of Water Reclamation for Fulton County is in the process of rehabilitating their manholes, one, to extend their lives, and two, to prevent stormwater and groundwater and river water from getting into the sewer system. When we have outside water, infiltration and inflow getting into our sanitary sewer system, it causes the system to overflow and a lot of times results in spills.
So who designed them?
Yes, the manhole inserts we're using allows us to rehabilitate manholes in less time. It consists of a fiberglass insert that we slide down into a manhole that needs to be rehabilitated. And one of the unique things we're doing is the annular space in between the old manhole and the new manhole. We're using a high-performance resin that allows it to be cemented into place in minutes rather than hours for a traditional rehab. The company that we are using, the name of it is LFM. They've been making these manhole inserts for a while, but we are one of the first in the state of Georgia to use it in conjunction with this high-performance resin, greatly reducing the time to rehabilitate the manhole from days to hours.
Please, if you could, talk about the importance of being the first county in the state to use them.
It's an important step because it allows us to rehabilitate the manholes much quicker and make them submersible or watertight, resistance to inflow coming in. It's new to us. By using the high-performance resin, that is a new concept. Traditionally, it's done with concrete and grout, but being the first in the state allows us to show a new methodology and a new technique to address an age-old problem of groundwater and river water and outside infiltration getting into a system.
Also, where and when will others be installed here in Fulton County?
The other locations we're looking at, we're prioritizing those locations, those manholes that are along rivers and streams and in low-lying areas. These are the areas most susceptible to inflow due to heavy rains because the topography allows them to be overwhelmed when the rivers and creeks overflow their banks. So we're concentrating on those areas first, and then we will also be looking at what we call transition manholes, where we have a force main carrying sewage and then transitioning to a gravity system. And when we have these transition manholes, a lot of times sewer gases are given off and they could be very corrosive, breaking down the concrete and allowing these structures to become more weak. So these are the areas that we will be concentrating on, and by putting the fiberglass insert in those transition manholes, it makes it inert to the sewer gases and extends the life of the manhole.
And if you could share any final thoughts on this project for us.
Yes, we're very excited about this project. Again, it's saving us a lot of time and effort in rehabilitating the manholes, but most importantly, it's allowing us to reduce the number of spills that we have been experiencing. The team is very excited about being one of the first in the state to use this technology, and we are doing a lot more innovative things. We will be doing a lot more innovative things in the department, and all to make life here in Fulton County better for our citizens.
Great information, Mr. Barnes. Thank you again for joining us here on Fulton at Work.
Thank you for having me, Daryl.
Now, if you notice any issue with the sewer drain, South Fulton residents are asked to call area code 404-612-0191. North Fulton residents can call area code 404-612-9413. Now, when we come back, we'll talk about the county's airport vision study and what it means for the future of Fulton County Airport. Please stay with us. Welcome back to Fulton at Work. Fulton's airport will see some new changes in the near future. County leaders have unveiled an airport vision study for the Fulton County Airport at Brown Field. Now, the vision study is the first step of what eventually will be a $90 million investment. Plans include enhancing taxiways, lengthening runways, additional hangars, and state-of-the-art fire and rescue operations.
In simplistic terms, the vision plan is where we want to be 20 years from now, and then the master plan will break it down. This is what we do first, this is what we do second, all the way through the next 20 years or so. So based on what we've done with the visioning plan, we really kind of laid out what we think is going to be the area's most important airports, with additional hangars, additional business opportunities in and around the airports, but more importantly, will allow us to serve our existing and proposed tenants at the airport.
Fulton County officials must also submit a master plan for approval by the Georgia Department of Transportation and the Federal Aviation Administration. Just 6 miles west of the downtown Atlanta area, the airport is one of the busiest Class B airports in the entire region. Joining us now with more on the airport vision study is the manager of the Fulton County Airport at Brown Field, Tim Beggerly. First of all, Mr. Beggerly, thank you for joining us here on Fulton at Work.
Thank you for having me.
Before we get into the study, how many flights come in and out of the county's airport on a daily basis?
We average 165 flights a day here at Fulton County Airport.
And I understand that that number is even higher whenever there's a big event in town, which is why there's a need to expand and upgrade the county's airport, correct?
Well, yes, that's one of the reasons. Anytime there's a convention or a large sporting event here in town, traffic picks up, as this is the closest airport to downtown in Atlanta. But also, just on normal days, the airport's really busy with 165 operations. So not just the need for special events, but also on a day-to-day basis, we need to make more capacity for the aircraft that are using the airport right now.
Please explain, if you could, how the airport vision study was first created.
The vision study is a product of an effort of the Fulton County Management and Strategy team. They came together to look at the Fulton County Airport, and as the airport over the last few decades has sat stagnant, we need to catch up with other airports and technology in aviation right now. So they came together, and this is a study they put together of things that they would like to see to happen at this airport, starting now and over the next 10 to 15 years.
Talk, if you could, about how this study addresses needs of businesses in the area, such as a lot of the shopping and restaurants.
Yeah, the visioning study includes an area in the middle of the airport that will be transitioned into a professional park. And as part of the professional park, there's space for a restaurant for this area. The Fulton Industrial Boulevard has limited restaurants, and not only for the airport use, but for businesses around the airport, such as the UPS facility and the businesses in the industrial area. It'd be a good place to have a restaurant, and we feel it'd be used quite frequently.
And please tell us about the state-of-the-art fire and rescue center.
Yes, the Airport Fire and Rescue Center will add to the safety and security of the aircraft operating here at Fulton County. It's another enhancement that we're looking at doing, in addition to other things such as improved lighting, improved approaches to help the safety of the aircraft coming in and out of the airport, and also to make the airport more attractive to those looking for a place to base their aircraft.
Now that this vision study has been unveiled, what are the next steps to make this dream into a reality?
The next step is our airport master plan, which we have scheduled to start at the end of this year. What we'll do is take the visioning plan and we will present that to our consultants and our engineers. They will look at the visioning plan, they will vet that a little bit further, and they'll make sure that it fits into the proper policies and procedures for airport operations. If so, that will be included into the airport master plan. And once it's approved in the airport master plan, the good thing about that is that plan is adopted and agreed upon by the Georgia DOT, the Federal Aviation Administration, and Fulton County government. And as soon as the FAA approves that plan, we will then qualify for 90% federal funding for the projects that are in that plan.
At this point, what is the time frame for all of this work?
Actually, some of the visioning plan projects are already in our short-term capital improvement plan, so those may be starting here within the next 12 months. Projects such as taxiway enhancements, runway lighting, taxiway lighting, or approach lighting enhancements, and the aircraft rescue and firefighting station. But the plan is not just a short term. The plan can start now, but it may go out 10 to 15 years to get the complete plan completed.
And if you could go into a little bit more about the impact that this will have in the Fulton Industrial District.
As we make improvements here at the airport, we hope that it will springboard into other businesses up and down the Fulton Industrial Boulevard area to make improvements with their businesses. And things such as the professional business park we propose to put here, the restaurants we put here. We hope that it will improve the quality of life of the businesses and the residents on and around the airport and up and down the Fulton Industrial Boulevard area.
If you could share any final thoughts on this project with us.
Yes, as people see the money that's being proposed to be spent at the Fulton County Airport, understand that the money that we're spending here is money that's received from taxes that are paid on the sale of jet fuel. So it is a user fee in essence, and no money from downtown comes to the airport. It's an enterprise fund and is self-funded here at the airport.
Tim Beggerly, that's great information, and thank you again for joining us here on Fulton at Work.
Thank you, and I appreciate you letting me be on the show.
There's more Fulton at Work straight ahead after this short break, so please stay with us. Welcome back to Fulton at Work. The push to get Fulton residents back to work is on. Several local, national, and even global companies joined the WorkSource Fulton team at the Opportunity Atlanta Job and Resource Fair with the hope of finding local residents who want to fill one of over 1,200 job openings. FGTV's Brian Robinson has more on this fair that offered on-the-spot interviews as well as hiring and resume review services to help fill those job vacancies.
Thank you so much.
The Impact Center in East Point was appropriately named on this day as representatives from WorkSource Fulton and organizers of the second annual Opportunity Atlanta Job and Resource Fair hope to make an impact on hundreds of lives.
It's all about bringing jobs and resources to people and helping them connect. When I go in that room and see all the people talking with employers, the employers are full up and excited to be hiring, and we know we've got people that have gotten job offers already from the fair, so it's like early Christmas for me.
This Job and Resource Fair provided the opportunity for 18 to 24-year-olds to meet face-to-face with representatives of major companies like Coca-Cola, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and Verizon. Before meeting with those reps, job seekers could fill out or print their resumes inside WorkSource Fulton's newly unveiled mobile unit. And if they didn't have the proper attire needed for an interview, some goodwill came their way.
Goodwill's mission is to put people to work, and we believe the first step in getting a job is being prepared for the job. And one of the steps to preparation is looking the part. So we've donated 100 blazers for men and women so that they can have something to wear into the fair so that they're fully prepared.
For those with a previous record hindering their ability to find employment, the Fulton Solicitor General's office, as well as Solicitor Generals from other jurisdictions, were on hand to help expunge records for those who qualified.
We're expunging records for low-level, misdemeanor, nonviolent, rehabilitated folks who are now poised to grab the new opportunities of jobs based on having a clean record. And I can't say enough positively about this fantastic event.
With nearly 40 employers looking to fill over 1,200 jobs, some traveled a great distance to be here.
I decided to come here, and I live it all the way in Douglasville, so I took a bus, and then I took the MARTA train, and then after that I wasn't exactly the quiet route, so I decided to walk here to be able to get some of these opportunities here. I believe as a young adult, I believe that's my responsibility. I'm getting out of that age of living with my parents and stuff, and I need to find a job for me and be able to provide for myself.
It's that kind of dedication that had organizers excited to help those who were looking to help themselves.
Thank you, Brian. The Opportunity Atlanta Job and Resource Fair is one of many opportunities Fulton's WorkSource team offers to get Fulton residents back to work. You can visit the department's website just to get a little bit more information on their programs. Now that's all of our time. Thanks for joining us for Fulton at Work, and a very special thank you to each of our guests. Now we want to connect with you online, so please check us out on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. You can also watch this show or any other FGTV program at any time on the FGTV YouTube channel. I'm Daryl Carver, and we'll see you next time.